Welcome to the AthleteShine.com podcast. I'm your host, Stephen Malashevsky, and I'm joined by Branden Jackson of the Oakland Raiders. How are you doing, Branden?
I'm doing pretty good. A little sore, but I'm doing well.
Yeah, and when we talked last, you just played your first game ever, and since then, playoffs happened and the season ended. How would you describe your first season ever in the NFL?
I think my first season ever, it was more than I expected. It was harder than I expected. It was, oh man, so much longer than I expected. And it was more rewarding than I expected also. You know, coming from practice squad to being activated as an undrafted free agent was a blessing in itself. Getting to play in a few games and then being a part of a return to greatness and being part of playoff and the playoff atmosphere and just being able to witness the intensity that comes with the postseason was just, something that a lot of rookies don't get to experience their first year in the NFL. Being able to.
And you said you didn't expect how tough and long it would be. Piggybacking off that question, what other things happened during the season, in your first season, that you didn't expect coming into that other than being it long?
You see guys who have been on the team for years and seasons be let go, or guys who just literally got practice player of the week, practicing their butts off, and then they're let go, and then new guys coming in and out, and it's just coming from college. You're not used to that. You're used to, you're a 4-year scholarship. You're guaranteed to be there. So it just befooled me and kind of just threw me off just to see how fast, like, you could be out, how fast you can be gone from the team. And, that was the biggest scare / crazy thing that I've seen all year. And then, just the physical grind of it all, just staying on top of your body and actually learning why you need to be on top of your stuff. It was just, it was just tough, man.
And you said, as you just said there, always having to, go hard because you never know, maybe you won't be there next, tomorrow. Maybe you'll be cut.
Yeah.
How hard is it to deal with that?
It's hard in the sense that you can't get comfortable. A lot of times you want to kind of, you make it so far, you've been on the team for so long, you want to cut loose and kind of let your hair down and just relax and, breathe, inhale, and just be happy with the fact that you're in the field. But you never really get that feeling because it's like, you just never know. The uncertainty is crazy. It's a high level of stress. But it pushes you. You got to be on top of your P's and Q's, and always remember that the first things first. The best availability is availability. You got to be available. You can't be hurt. So that's what it comes to, you staying on top of your grind and being physically and mentally ready to go, and then just kind of being able to do more than one thing. It's not good enough nowadays in this modern NFL to be, I only play defense. I only play offense. You have to really bring more than just your position to the table so that a team has a reason to keep you around, and that makes you more valuable than the next person, because the guys that they're working out every Tuesday morning are just as good or better than you are, and you need to prove to the staff and to the organization and everyone upstairs why they should keep you on the team.
And you were talking about motivation. When I last talked to you, you talked about how Khalil, Mack, and Irvin pushed you and motivated you in practice. What is it like practicing with those type of guys?
That is I said it before and I'll say it again. It's the biggest blessing that I could ever have been given my rookie season, just to see two of the best in the business come out there every day and compete. It's not hard to go hard when you're watching those guys go. Because like I said, you want to rise. Everyone, if you're a competitor, you want to rise your level of play based on what's around you. And just to have the two best just go out there and then everything be done perfect and everything be going so hard, so fast, so physical, it's very easy to be motivated by them. And hats off to Khalil, getting Defensive Player of the Year, and that's just a testament to his work ethic. And for me to literally see him and not just hear a story about a guy working hard and then getting something like that, but to see him physically come in there every day, be the first one and the last guy out, and grind and never complain, and just work his tail off. And I mean, it's just like I said, it's a blessing.
And you talked about watching Khalil Mack in person. We as fans think of him as a freak athlete. Is he even more freakish when you're practicing with him?
You know what? He is. It's crazy because you'll see him do something in practice. He'll be like, that's not that hard. And as an athlete, I try to mimic it. If the best is doing it, I feel like I can do it. I try to mimic it, and it doesn't come out as right. It doesn't look as good. It looks goofy. I'm like, well, how did he do what seems to be such a simplistic move and make it so efficient? Yet when I'm on it right now. So there's just some things that he's just gifted with that, you know, he was blessed with, and he's able to work and use to his advantage. And there's other things that you can't, no one else can copy. That's just a Khalil Mack special, and something you need to let go. And I had to learn that. Be anything that Khalil Mack do. I don't have those attributes, but there are some things I can take from his game and from Bruce's game and make it to my own.
And what would you say? What do you try to take from them?
Oh, absolutely. I want Khalil's motor. I want his motor. I want his relentlessness to the ball. And then from Bruce, I want Bruce to get off in his lean. If you ever watch Bruce get off the ball, he might be the fastest in the NFL. Literally, he might be faster than Khalil. And then the way he's able to bend and get so low and be able to get up under tackles to use leverage is second to none. So if I could take those two aspects and add it to my game with my size and my physicality, I think I'll be a pretty good player.
And going back to the season, you guys' season ended a little bit shorter than expected. What was the mood like after the playoff game against the Texans?
No, it wasn't a great mood. We were disappointed, but we weren't discouraged. You know, it was, hey, like Coach always says, you know, Coach Del Rio always says that you get what you earn in this league, and we didn't earn to play another week. You know, remember it, move on for it, but don't think that the season was a loss because we made strides in direction, and the silver and black is back, and we won't be leaving as early next year. You know, if we don't like the taste in our mouth, don't let it happen again. Simple as that. Next time, earn an extra week, and you know that I'm sure that'll be the topic going into this upcoming season.
And how motivated are you guys and the team for the next season?
Our motivation is not even a question. These guys, man, you know, you create a bond with these guys. You get in group chats and text messages, things like that, and just to watch the football game and have your entire defense in one mass group text conversating about, did you see this? You see this? We got to add this to our game. Did you see how he did this? Young guys, y'all got to do that. It's a constant, just in your ear type of mentality, but it doesn't feel forced. It's very natural, and everybody embraces it. So I'm sure once we get back there in Alameda and get it rolling, it's gonna be something special, and it'll be amped up to another level.
You're talking about getting rolling and everything. What do you plan on working the most at this off season and trying to improve your game?
My versatility. I want to work more on being able to cover and also rush the passer, play the run, and also, like I said, rush the passer. And also I want to work on my just brute, just upper body, just kind of maul a guy, kind of that Hulk mentality. And like I said, also getting off the ball faster and being just a better student of the game. Really, I feel like this year I learned a lot that it's not good enough to be able to physically beat a guy. You got to know what a guy's throwing at you and what he's going to come with, and that's the level of expertise that Khalil executes at, and that's what I need to get to.
Talking about Oakland-wise, what surprised you the most about the city of Oakland and the Oakland Raider fans?
You always hear about this black hole. You always hear about these crazy Raider fans that are unlike any other. And, you know, being raised in Pittsburgh and being around the steel curtain and hearing about, you know, the Pittsburgh fans, I thought that there's no way there could be fans crazier than that. And then I get to Oakland, and I see that black hole, and during the preseason, I'm like, this is a preseason game. There's no way it gets better than this. Then we get to an actual game. I'm like, there's no way it gets better than this. And every week it's just getting better, getting crazier, getting bigger and bigger, and we're winning. So it's a mentality that they say hasn't been in Oakland since years and years ago. But from what I said, these fans are second to none. They're loving. They all know your name, no matter if you play, if you're not playing, if you're on practice squad. They all expect the best out of you, and you can't go anywhere in the city of Oakland and not be recognized, no matter who you are. Like I said, before I was activated, I was walking in the store, and the guy knows, hey, you're Branden, right? Practice squad? Like, yeah. Man, we're just so excited. We can't wait for you guys to do this and do that. I'm like, they don't make anyone feel unwelcome in Oakland when you're wearing that silver and black.
Okay, what fans are better, Texas Tech or Oakland?
That's a tough one. Because those Raider fans are just, I think it's just the Raider in both fans, whether you're in Tech or in Oakland. It's something about being a Raider, man. The fans are just second to none. I wouldn't take anything from either place. I'm just happy that I was a Raider at Texas Tech, and I'm a Raider in Oakland.
And like I said, so since you're from Texas Tech, one of the best, probably one of the best quarterbacks in this draft is Pat Mahomes. How would you describe Patrick Mahomes, and do you think he's ready for the NFL?
Pat's very much ready for the NFL. I think it was best for him to leave. The guy is just a class act, student, very smart on and off the field, and he just happens to be a phenomenal football player. I feel like he'll excel at the next level. I'm just really excited to get out there and see him throw the ball around and see him just do really well. It'll be funny to see him just because he's a younger guy. I watched him come in as a freshman and throwing this quirky, ugly sidearm ball to the guy who's throwing 80-yard bombs, one hand off back foot. It'll be exciting. I can't wait to watch the draft process, watch the combine, see what he does, and things like that.
Yeah, one more question here. And, you're talking about the NFL draft there. I talked to plenty of NFL draft prospects as well, including you. And when you were in that position, so now you're not in that position, of course, but what advice would you give to players now preparing for the NFL?
How to prepare for the NFL?
Yeah, just what to expect. Maybe stuff that maybe you learned when you got here that you wish you knew before then.
I would tell people that you can't live off what you did in college because 9 times out of 10, the things that you did in college aren't going to work. Don't think that you're too good to learn something new. Just because you were the pass rusher, all Big 12 passers don't mean you're going to lead the NFL in sacks the following year. Just because you shredded Baylor's defense for 600 yards don't mean you're going to be able to shred New Orleans Saints defense. It doesn't work like that. Come in there optimistic and have the willingness to learn. A lot of rookies come in there and they're in their own head. They think, I was drafted first, second round, that I've arrived. Everyone needs to bow down to me. This is in college. There's guys who were undrafted 10 years ago, or 10 years ahead of you and better than you. So come in there and respect the game. And the game will respect you. Respect the guys who have already put in the work and the guys that are there. And at the same time, don't take no stuff and earn your position, but earn it the right way. Don't think it's going to be handed to you because it won't be.
That's great advice. Hey, Branden, I want to thank you again for taking a little time out of your evening to do this interview. And good luck in the off season. And yeah.